What a way to start the season, Vikings fans. The air is electric as we head into Week 1, with our Minnesota Vikings facing off against the Chicago Bears in a Monday night football spectacle. This isn't just a game, it's a statement. After a 14-3 season in 2024, the Vikings are ready to unleash J.J. McCarthy, the kid from LaGrange Park, just 15 miles from Soldier Field. This is his NFL debut, 394 days after a meniscus tear sidelined him for his entire rookie year. Can you feel the anticipation? Now, the Bears aren't rolling over. They've got Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall pick from the 2024 draft, coming off a roller coaster rookie season with 3,541 passing yards and 20 touchdowns. But let's be real, Chicago's 5-12 record last year and a 10-game losing streak show they've got cracks in their armor. The question is, can our Vikings, with their revamped offensive line and a hungry defense, exploit those weaknesses and keep our 7 out of 8 game win streak against the Bears alive? So what's it going to be, Skull Nation? Will McCarthy light up his hometown crowd? Or will Williams and new Bears head coach Ben Johnson steal the show? Drop your predictions in the comments and let's get ready to break this down. Skull Nation, let's talk about our quarterback of the future, J.J. McCarthy. This 22-year-old phenom is stepping onto the NFL stage for the first time since his dazzling preseason debut last year, where he threw for 188 yards and 2 touchdowns before that heartbreaking knee injury. Growing up a Bears fan and attending his first NFL game at Soldier Field in 2007, McCarthy's got destiny written all over this matchup. He's got the poise, the arm, and the best play caller in the game, Kevin O'Connell, in his corner. But here's the kicker. McCarthy's not just facing any defense. The Bears, under new head coach Ben Johnson, have bolstered their offensive line with Joe Thuney, Drew Dalman, and Jonah Jackson to protect Williams. Yet, their secondary might be vulnerable, especially if star cornerback Jalen Johnson is hobbled by a lingering leg injury. Can McCarthy connect with Justin Jefferson early and often to exploit those gaps? What do you think, fans? Will McCarthy's timing and rhythm, praised by ESPN's Dan Orlovsky, make him the star of this primetime stage? Or will the pressure of his first start on the road get to him? Let me know in the comments. Vikings fans, let's shine the spotlight on Caleb Williams. This guy's got all the tools, 3,541 yards and 20 touchdowns as a rookie ain't no joke. But here's the deal. He took 68 sacks last season, leading the NFL because he held on to the ball too long. Former NFL Pro Bowler Terron Armstead said Williams needs to sharpen his pressure recognition, and that's music to our ears. Why? Because Brian Flores, our defensive mastermind, is licking his chops. Flores blitzed Williams on 50.5% of his dropbacks in 2024, and while Williams handled it decently, completing 27 of 39 passes for 308 yards and 3 touchdowns, he's facing a Vikings defense that's even nastier this year. With new additions like Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave collapsing the pocket, can Williams handle the heat? Or will our pass rush, led by Jonathan Greenid and Andrew Van Ginkel, make his night miserable? Skull Nation, what's your take? Will Flores' blitz-heavy scheme rattle Williams? Or can Chicago's new offensive line keep him upright? Hit the comments with your thoughts. Now let's talk about the chess match on the sidelines. Kevin O'Connell, the 2024 NFL Coach of the Year, is going head-to-head with Ben Johnson, the Bears' new head coach who's fresh off a stellar run as the Lions' offensive coordinator. Johnson's no stranger to the Vikings. He went 5-1 against us with Detroit, averaging 30 points and 406 yards per game. That's a problem. But O'Connell's no slouch, and he's got a custom-fit offense for McCarthy to shine. Both coaches have ties to Boston College and the AFC East, but their styles are night and day. Johnson's rhythmic, run-heavy scheme will test our defense, while O'Connell's precision passing attack aims to carve up Chicago's secondary. The X factor? Our upgraded offensive line with Will Fries, Ryan Kelly, and rookie Donovan Jackson. Can they give McCarthy the time he needs to find Jefferson and Adam Thielen, who's back with the Vikings after a trade from Carolina? Who's got the edge in this coaching duel, Skull Nation? Will O'Connell outsmart Johnson? Or will Chicago's new-look offense catch us off guard? Let's hear your predictions. Skull Nation, let's zoom in on our secret weapon, Justin Jefferson. This guy averaged 50 receiving yards per game against the Bears last season, and with Jordan Addison sidelined by a 3-game suspension, JJ's about to eat. The Bears' secondary, potentially without a fully healthy Jalen Johnson, could be in for a long night. And don't sleep on Adam Thielen, who took a $2 million pay cut to return to Minnesota. Talk about heart. But here's the catch. Chicago's revamped offensive line means they're not just going to roll over. Their trio of Thuney, Dalman, and Jackson is built to protect Williams and open lanes for their running game. If the Bears control the clock, it could limit our offensive possessions. Can our defense, ranked among the league's best in 2024, step up and force quick 3-and-outs? What's your vibe, Vikings fans? Will Jefferson and Thielen torch Chicago's secondary? Or will the Bears' new line keep us in check? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk history, Skull Nation. The Vikings have owned the Bears, winning 7 of the last 8 matchups, including a thrilling 30-27 overtime win in Chicago last season. Minnesota's also 6-3 in Week 1 games since 2016 and holds a 10-8 record against Chicago on Monday Night Football. Soldier Field? More like our second home, we've won 5 straight there since 2020. But this ain't the same old Bears. With Ben Johnson calling plays and Williams looking for a second-year leap, they're hungry to snap their 5-game home losing streak to us. The Vikings, though, have momentum and a playoff-caliber roster. With McCarthy's debut and O'Connell's play calling, can we keep the streak alive? What's the score gonna be? Fans, are we walking out of Soldier Field 1-0? Or will Chicago pull off the upset? Let's see those score predictions in the comments. Skull Nation, let's get to the trenches. Both teams have rebuilt their interior offensive lines, and this battle could decide the game. For us, Will Fries, Ryan Kelly, and rookie Donovan Jackson are tasked with protecting McCarthy and opening holes for Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Chicago's got their own trio, Joe Thuney, Drew Dalman, and Jonah Jackson, ready to shield Williams and power their run game. Our edge rushers, Jonathan Greenid and Andrew Van Ginkel, were beasts last year, with Greenid sacking Williams 3 times in 2024. Add in Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, and our defensive front is a nightmare. But if Chicago's line holds up, Williams could have time to pick us apart. Who's winning this battle in the trenches, Vikings fans? Tell me, Skull Nation, will our line dominate? Or can Chicago's new-look front keep Williams safe? Drop your take in the comments. Vikings fans, let's talk about Brian Flores' defense. This unit was elite in 2024, and with new additions like Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen, it's even scarier. Flores loves to blitz. He hit Williams with pressure on 50.5% of his dropbacks last year. While Williams completed 27 of 39 passes against us, our upgraded interior pass rush could make this a long night for him. But here's the flip side. Williams showed he can handle the blitz, throwing for 308 yards and 3 touchdowns against us last season with no turnovers. If he's quicker with his reads under Ben Johnson's coaching, he could exploit any over-aggressive moves by Flores. Can our secondary, led by Harrison Smith, hold up? What's your call, Skull Nation? Will Flores blitzes overwhelm Williams, or will Chicago's QB find a way to strike back? Let's hear it in the comments. Skull Nation, let's spotlight Jalen Nailor. With Jordan Addison out, our WR3 is stepping up big time. Last season, he caught 28 passes for 414 yards and 6 touchdowns, and ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reports he's likely to play despite a hand injury. Nailor's speed could stretch Chicago's secondary, especially alongside Jefferson and Thielen. But the Bears aren't sleeping on us. Their defense, even with Jalen Johnson potentially limited, still has playmakers. If they double-team Jefferson, Nailor and Thielen will need to win their matchups. Can our receivers exploit Chicago's depleted secondary, or will the Bears clamp down? What do you think, fans? Is Nailor ready for a breakout game, or will Chicago's defense keep him in check? Drop your predictions below. Vikings fans, let's talk about the emotional stakes. J.J. McCarthy grew up a Bears fan, watching his first NFL game at Soldier Field in 2007 when the Vikings beat Chicago 34-31. Now, he's back, wearing purple and gold, ready to make his NFL debut in front of 60,000 fans. He told Newsweek he's the most prepared I've felt in my life, thanks to mentoring from backup Carson Wentz. But Caleb Williams isn't backing down. He downplayed the rivalry talk, saying he doesn't know McCarthy personally but respects his competitive fire. Both QBs are under pressure. Williams to prove his rookie season wasn't a fluke, and McCarthy to show he's the real deal. Who's got the mental edge in this primetime spotlight? Skull Nation, who's feeling the heat more, McCarthy or Williams? Let's get your takes in the comments. Let's talk about the running game, Skull Nation. Our duo of Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason is a problem for any defense. Jones, ranked number 98 on NFL Network's top 100 players for 2025, brings veteran savvy, while Mason's bruising style complements him perfectly. Can Chicago's front seven handle this two-headed monster? On the flip side, Ben Johnson's run-heavy scheme in Detroit was a beast, and he's bringing that to Chicago. If the Bears control the ground game, they could keep McCarthy and our offense off the field. Our run defense, bolstered by Hargrave and Allen, needs to step up. Who's winning the battle on the ground? Fans, drop your thoughts below. Will Jones and Mason run wild, or will Chicago's ground game steal the show? Let's hear it. Skull Nation, let's get into the predictions. The experts are split. 6 out of 7 at the MMQB picked the Vikings, but CBS Sports' Pete Prisco and Sporting News' Bill Bender and Vinny Iyer are calling for a Bears upset, with scores like 27-21 and 24-21. They think Williams' experience and Johnson's play calling give Chicago the edge. But FanDuel has us as 1.5-point favorites, and our 7-3 road record on Monday Night Football against the Bears says we've got this. Our game plan is clear. Protect McCarthy, let Jefferson and Thielen feast, and unleash Flores blitzes on Williams. But Chicago's not lying down. They've got a chip on their shoulder after a 5-12 season. Will we start 1-0, or will the Bears shock us in primetime? What's your score prediction, Vikings fans? Are we rolling to victory, or is Chicago pulling the upset? Hit the comments with your calls. Vikings fans, let's talk about the intangibles. This is the 19th Monday Night Football meeting between the Vikings and Bears, and we've got a 10-8 edge, including 7-3 on the road. But this game feels different. It's the first season opener between these two since 2002, and the stakes are sky high with two young QBs dueling under the lights. McCarthy's got the homecoming narrative, but Williams has the home crowd and a year of NFL experience. Add in the coaching chess match between O'Connell and Johnson, and this game's a powder keg. Can our Vikings harness the energy of Skull Nation and start the season with a bang? What's the vibe, fans? Are we riding the wave of our 14-3 season into a Week 1 win, or will Chicago's hunger prove too much? Let's see your energy in the comments. Skull Nation, let's look at the bigger picture. This game isn't just about Week 1. It's about setting the tone for 2025. The NFC North is a gauntlet, with the Packers adding Micah Parsons and the Lions still a powerhouse. A win here sends a message. The Vikings are still contenders, and McCarthy's ready to lead. But a loss could fuel the doubters, especially those bashing McCarthy before he's even taken a snap. With our playoff-caliber roster and O'Connell's genius, we've got the tools to dominate. Can we start strong and keep the Bears in the NFC North basement? What's your take, fans? Is this the start of a Super Bowl run, or are we in for a dogfight? Drop your thoughts below. All right, Skull Nation, it's time to wrap this up. Monday Night Football is our stage, and J.J. McCarthy's debut is the main event. With Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and a ferocious defense led by Brian Flores, we're ready to storm Soldier Field and keep our dominance over the Bears alive. But Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson are no pushovers. This is going to be a battle. Let's show the NFL why the Vikings are the team to watch in 2025. Drop your score predictions, your MVP picks, and your hype for this game in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with every Vikings fan you know. Let's make some noise. Skull Nation. Skull Vikings. Let's go 1-0 and start this season with a bang. See you in the comments, and let's keep the Purple Pride alive.